There was a time when people measured their lives by the seasons. They planted when the earth was ready. They harvested when crops were ripe. They rested when winter arrived. And they understood that every season had its own purpose. Today, many of us live the same way in January as we do in July. The same schedules, the same routines, the same expectations. And somewhere along the way, I think we've lost something important. We've lost the art of seasonal living, the practice of noticing where we are in the cycle of the year and allowing our lives to move with it. So today, I want to share how reconnecting with the seasons has helped me slow down, pay attention, and create a life that feels more intentional and beautiful. Modern life asks us to be the same person every day of the year, to maintain the same pace, to produce the same amount, to keep moving no matter what season we're in. But nature does not work that way. The trees don't bloom all year. The garden doesn't produce tomatoes in winter. Even the daylight changes and shifts throughout the year. Everything in nature understands the value of seasons, except us. For years I fought against this. I expected myself to have the same energy in every season, the same motivation, the same creativity. But eventually I realized that living seasonally isn't just about gardening or decorating your home. It's about giving yourself permission to change too. When people hear the phrase seasonal living, they often think of seasonal decorations. And while that's certainly part of it, it goes so much deeper. Seasonal living means paying attention to what's growing, what's changing, what's blooming, what's fading, and allowing those observations to shape your daily life. For me, it means eating foods that are naturally available during the season. It means spending more time outside during summer evenings. It means adjusting my routines when the days become shorter. It means noticing what the earth is doing and participating in it rather than ignoring it. Seasonal living turns the year into something you experience instead of something you simply move through. Right now, we're here in summer. And summer has its own rhythm. Most mornings begin with coffee before the heat begins to arrive. I walk through the garden and check on everything that's growing. The tomatoes, the peppers, the herbs, the beans, the strawberries, the marigolds, the muscadines. Every day something has changed. Something has grown. Something is being asked to be noticed. I think that's one of the greatest gifts of gardening. It teaches you that life is always moving, even when it feels ordinary. Summer is also when I spend more time preserving memories, taking photographs, writing in my journal, planning projects, enjoying longer evenings, making simple meals from things we've grown ourselves. There is something deeply satisfying about allowing the season to shape your days. One of the reasons I love gardening so much is because it constantly reminds me how seasonal life really is. You can't rush a tomato plant. You can't force seeds to sprout before they're ready. You can't harvest what hasn't had time to grow. And yet so often we expect that from ourselves. We want immediate results, immediate success, immediate transformation. The garden reminds me that growth is usually slower than we want. And that's okay. The seasons teach patience. They teach trust. They teach that every stage has value, even the quiet ones, especially the quiet ones. If seasonal living is new to you, start small. Notice the sunrise. Pay attention to what's blooming around you. Cook one meal each week using seasonal ingredients. Open Open the windows when the weather allows. Take a walk without your phone. Create a simple seasonal ritual. Maybe it's morning coffee on the porch. Maybe it's a monthly planning session. Maybe it's gathering flowers from your yard. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is participation. To become aware of the season you're living in instead of letting it pass unnoticed. The older I get, the more I believe that a beautiful life is built through attention, not through perfection, not through constant achievement, but through paying attention to the seasons, to the garden, to the people we love, to the ordinary moments that quietly become our lives. Maybe seasonal living isn't really about changing your life at all. Maybe it's about finally noticing the life that's already happening around you. And perhaps that's the art we've forgotten. The art of belonging to a season instead of simply passing through it. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. Until next time, don't forget to notice the season you're living in.